month is to shed light on the whole world, to get them their support, and just put knowledge out there of what MS is. And I'm going to give you a brief background of what multiple sclerosis is, right? There isn't a cure for multiple sclerosis, but there are medicines to keep it suppressed or keep it from getting worse. Some choose to go the natural route of fighting MS. We have to do the works that are considering every MS patient and have very different symptoms. Break it down for you. Multiple sclerosis pain is excruciating. My description of MS is having the flu every day and getting run over by an 18-wheeler 3 times. Now, climb a mountain with heavy rocks on your backpack, which affects your whole entire body from head to toe. Some of us are able to do a lot of activities, like myself, and some of us have to spread our energies out. If you don't, our bodies pay for it later. Forgive us when we cancel out on activities at the last minute. It's nothing personal. It's just our health. Though we try our very best to maintain life as usual, as strong as possible, don't throw us a pity party. It's our life. We've learned to deal with it. And it's not in our DNA to be, get down on ourselves or to hold our head down low. All right. We just ask that you bear with. And some may not understand, but just take the journey with us. And at some point we come through it. What is MS? Somebody asks, right? We don't know. But what is MS? So I'll give you a brief understanding of what MS is. All right. What is multiple sclerosis? Multiple sclerosis is a potentially debilitating disease, I can't talk, of the brain and spinal cord. In MS, the immune system, which is our, internal medicine, attacks the protective sheath that covers the nerve fibers and causes communication problems between your brain and the rest of your body. All right. So just think, my immune system is like Russia. It's attacking Ukraine, right? So my immune system is attacking my body, which is supposed to operate totally opposite. My immune system is supposed to attack the very things that is supposed to help make my body stronger and better, right? But it's working the opposite. So some signs and symptoms of MS may vary widely depending on the amount of nerve damage, which nerves are affected. Some people with severe MS may lose the ability to walk independently or at all, while others may experience long periods of remission without any new symptoms. Symptoms include numbness or weaknesses in one or more limbs that typically occur on one side of your body at a time, your legs or trunk, right? Electric shock sensations, which occur to certain neck movements, especially bending the neck forward, tremors, lack of communication, or paralyzation is typical in MS, right? Vision problems, memory loss, headaches, slurred speech, fatigue, dizziness, tingling and pain in parts of your body, and problems. Some people experience problems with sexual, bowel, or bladder functions. You may have seen some of these symptoms. Sometimes it even coincides with individuals who have lupus, fibromyalgia, things like that. So just think of, again, at my analogy, getting hit by 18-wheeler 3 times a day. That to anybody, that's painful and could kill us. But I experience those pains on a daily basis. Sometimes it's hard for me to get out of bed. I wake up in pain. I even go to sleep in pain. My day is sometimes filled with pain, and you wouldn't even know it. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis back in 2016. How I came to understand what MS was is I was in a car accident. In the car accident, I was sent to the hospital because I hit my head. So when I went to the hospital, they did X-rays, MRIs, CAT scans, and everything like that, which showed me having MS. Doctor called and said, "Hey, come on now, we'll discuss our findings." The findings said I had MS. Now, I always had symptoms like headaches, fatigue, body aches, and things like that. And you always attribute them to
hard work, everyday life, growing pains and things like that. So sometimes when you have these symptoms, not even sometimes, most majority of the times when you have symptoms, don't just turn a blind eye to it, just thinking, oh, I worked hard or I may have lifted something wrong or whatever. Go check and see, especially if it's continual. And mine was living with MS for some time. It just really reared its ugly head from the accident. It actually bordered on in a little bit more of a bordered to the forefront for me. Some things that have helped, some people, turn to medical marijuana. I'm not a smoker, but I do use CBD oil sometimes, right? That has helped. Another thing that has helped me within the past maybe month or so now has been CMOS. CMOS has really become one of my best friends. I do it twice a day, in the morning and at night. Has done a world of difference for me as far as muscle pain and fatigue. It really has done. So, there's some holistic drugs out there that we can use and to really feel better. Um, our doctors are always going to put those chemical type of drugs, which are harmful. Some of the side effects of those drugs that they prescribed have been seizures, mood swings, heart attack, all kind of stuff, like things that. Why am I taking this to feel better in this aspect, but if I'm only going to do damage in other areas, right? So I had to I had to understand myself, right? I had to come to terms with it with myself and say, hey, yes, you got this, but you've been living all this time with it probably, and you've dealt with it. So let's continue to deal with it and conquer it. So that's why when you see me, sometimes I'm tired, I can't move or whatever. It's affecting me, but I try not to let it affect me as much as possible. There are support groups that I started to go to in the beginning, just to understand, to be around positive people, people that's been living with it all their lives, just to understand it, come from different perspectives. So I just say anything that you're facing, but whether it be cancer, debilitating disease, depression, or anything like that, seek help. But sometimes seeking help means talking to somebody. That may be the difference of life and death from people, and just being able to cope. But that's a little bit of background about multiple sclerosis. Throughout this whole month, we will, as a podcast, as a partnership, as a team, we will shed light on it. We will come together and celebrate it as well, and shed our awareness on it. So just be on the lookout for different things. If you have any questions, throw your questions in the comment. If you have symptoms, please go get checked. Don't just push it off as just, oh, that's just pain that I'm dealing with. You never know what underlying condition you could have.
I have a question. Wow. I did reading on it myself this weekend, and just to read about what y'all go through with is so mind boggling. And I think I read where it's like um, 9 different varieties or different kinds of MS. I have another friend who I know described it to me years ago. Now, my question to you is, how often do you have the flare ups?
um, how often do I have the flare ups?
Uh huh.
Um, it can come. It can come anytime. Um, for the most part, I see a lot of it when the weather change,
Mm
especially when we're going from summer to spring or fall to winter.
hmm. Mm hmm.
Um, things things could bring it on. Like, I try to watch for a number of different things over the years. I've gotten very in tune with my body.
Right.
Try to stay away a lot from foreign smells, because those things trigger headaches, which then trigger flare-ups,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because before I suffered with MS, I had migraine headaches since I was 9 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've always kind of dealt with pain, and I always pushed it off as, oh, that's just a normal migraine headache that I'm dealing with. But that could have been that.
Mm-hmm.
So flare-ups can come anytime. As I was going through, as y'all know, y'all follow me through my journey when I had COVID. My COVID, I recovered a little slower than most people because, again, my immune system is supposed to work to attack the sicknesses that are in my body to make me better, right? That's what our immune system is for. Is our internal medicine cabinet, right? Medicine supply that's supposed to be there to protect us. Mine is working in reverse. Mine is attacking my body. So I take a little longer to bounce back than others. And some people don't understand that. Oh, you're supposed to feel better in 3 days or a week. That's cool to the common person, but I ain't common. So I try to watch out for things that I eat now.
Mm-hmm.
I try to watch out for, being around different things that may trigger that. So I don't have a flare up. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to say when a flare up is going to come on. You feel it,
Right.
you know it. You can like if you pay attention, you can kind of say, "Yo, I'm probably going to go through something in this couple of days or whatever have you." Sometimes it's been situations where I've been hospitalized,
Right.
with the flare up because it was just so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's times when I just got to be to myself, and some people don't understand that they, or just being in pain on a daily.
Right.
Just
Right.
just sometimes just sitting down and relaxing is necessary.
Mm-hmm. So that brings me to my next question. Have you noticed, since you were diagnosed in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
how has this affected you mentally?
Great question. I think it kind of was a blessing, right? Because we take for granted we Superman, especially men, right?
Right.
We think sometimes nothing's going to happen to us, or we say, oh, we're young, so we'll figure it out. But what this has done is has made me stronger because what it done for me from the beginning of when I heard about it. The first thing you do when you hear something like that, right, is you want to get down on yourself and you want to feel sorry for yourself and you want a pity party for yourself where you just want to wallow in sorrow or why me. That wasn't my route. The moment I heard about it, I said, cool, let's rock and roll. Why? Because I knew that wasn't my death sentence. That was a part of my history. So that was a chapter in a book for me to be able to continue my legacy, right? It's hopefully when we leave, we're leaving a legacy behind. We're leaving a material behind for somebody else to understand who you were, why you were here. So that was just another chapter in a book of what makes me. And I use that as motivation to say, I've been counted out, I've been down and out, but I made it. This is just a roadblock that it was meant for me to go through so I can be stronger in other areas. I was given this challenge, one, to learn and grow myself, but also be a role model for somebody else that's coming behind me to let them know, regardless of what you're going through, you can still make it in life. You can still live a productive, happy life. You can still be everything that you wanted to be. You don't got to let that one thing or those things right there knock you off a course of being whatever that you attain to do. So I use it as motivation and strength and just my fuel to just go out here and conquer everything that I wanted to do and be the best me that I possibly can be.
Well, big ups to you. Big ups to you. And like I say, after reading about it, and I suggest everybody do, when you're not knowledgeable about what's going on, then you cannot understand that person. T, as a friend, how do you feel about it?
I mean, he already batshit crazy. He already batshit crazy. You know, as guys, we don't normally, delve into all of those, those physical things.
Right.
Everybody just kind of handles, whatever they're going through, on their own. But we're always there for each other, if we need each other.
That's what's up. All right. All right.
So what's up?
Absolutely. And one thing that I want to say, this is not only for the person that's going through it, but this is also for a companion and even family. The best thing to do is educate yourself, because the more education that you do, you'll really understand exactly how to be the best support system that the person needs, right? And sometimes the support ain't always just giving advice, or understand that, yeah, I want to do everything, or yeah, I want to do everything, but and it's not it's not that I'm being selfish or stupid. It's just I ain't got the energy, or my mental ain't at where it's supposed to be at, right? Or I'm doing so much. Some people don't understand. Yo, Nell, they always say, Nell, you do so much. You need to take some time off, or you need to stop. That sounds good. But the moment I stop is the moment I let that consume me. Because if I stop, it may be hard to start back up. So stopping, or me going at the rate that I'm going, might just be my therapy, might just be my medicine that I need to continue on being who I am. Right? Some people don't understand that. They want you to be what they want you to be, and they want you to do what they want you to do. But sometimes that means losing yourself. So as a family member, as a companion, as a loved one, as a potential mate, when you say you understand, understand. Don't just say you understand because it sounds good, but understand exactly what all is entailed. And you're not going to always understand, but just dive into who that person is instead of what your notions or preconceived thoughts are. And that's how I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
All right, people, what's up? Make sure everybody